And today we are reviewing, we're doing our first look for the Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the name?
Yeah, I can never remember the name.
Yeah. Before we start talking, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. We're trying to hit 500 at this point, so we're a little under halfway there. So any support is much appreciated.
Yeah, you definitely got it. Anybody support for their new channel.
Yeah.
And we offer lots of content.
We do. We have over 50 videos, I think, at this point. So, but also comment down below how what was your first thought of this game? Do you love it? Do you want to leave it? Give it your own score.
Yeah, we want to hear what you think about the game.
Yeah.
I'll catch you.
Okay, so my biggest problem with the game, and I'm going to want to start by talking about the difficulty. Like, you're playing on what, story mode?
Yeah, just story mode.
Okay, so I decided I was going to play on Grandmaster mode, which I'm
Why?
not. Because I want to put Grandmaster mode in the title of the video, so I thought it would like cause more attention for the videos, and I was just like, it's a challenge. And I honestly didn't really know what kind of the combat would be like, or anything would really be like in the game. So I just decided to go for it. And the difficulty scaling for this game is ridiculous. Like, here, can I pause in this? Yeah, okay. So I don't know if you're playing this game, you've seen this. So you start on story mode. Is your parry time is basically you can fall asleep and still parry. The incoming damage is pretty low, and the enemy aggression is low. But then you jump up to Jedi Knight, which is still pretty good, and then Jedi Master is about half and half on everything, and then Grandmaster is incoming damage is like 100% increased, enemy aggression is 100% increased, and your parry time window is like you blink and you missed it. I don't even really parry at all because it's just like it's too much of a risk. You'll die and like enemies breathe close to you and you're dead.
Why wouldn't you play this game through in story mode just to get the gist of the game and then go back and do Grandmaster?
I don't know. I thought about it. That's why I decided. Like, I finally broke down last night, and I was like, I am going to do Master mode because at least Master mode I could handle. It's not too bad.
So when did you start this game?
When it came out.
So you started on Grandmaster mode on
Friday, and this is as far as I am.
Because I started yesterday at 7 p.m. on story mode, and I am way farther than you.
Last night, I spent an hour playing the game, and at least 30 minutes of my play session was spent fighting one of those little Goombas. Those little, like, big frog guys that you just saw. I would run down. It's like, you know how you come out of the vault or whatever, and you go down, you slide down that big path, and he pops up.
Yep.
He just kept killing me. If he does, did you fight him at all?
Yeah, I think I fought one.
Okay, did they do the tongue move where they open their mouth and they shoot the tongue out?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Well, they do a tongue move where they open their mouth, they shoot their tongue out. It's really hard to avoid it, and if he gets you, it's an insta-kill. Because he, like, pulls you in his mouth and he chomps on you, and you're dead.
So that's what kept happening to you?
Yeah, and he does that unblockable. He does the unblockable move. You know how the enemy's red?
Charge.
Yeah. If he turns red, it's an unblockable.
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was unblockable.
Yep. So...
And you run into rams, by the way.
That are unblockable?
That are unblockable. They turn red and they charge at you, and they get me obviously they get me every time. But I can't imagine. Probably one hit.
Yeah, one hit.
And half the time they blend in the next world, they blend in with the scenery, so half the time I don't see them until they're slamming into me.
Oh, great.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, you're there.
Alright. They don't give any towels?
Oh, really?
Oh, great. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna die a lot. Well, I shouldn't now that I switched to Master, because screw Grandmaster.
I guess it all determines how observant you are.
Yeah.
I'm not that observant, I guess.
No.
And before I forget, let me point out, do you know who the star of this game is?
No.
He is an actor.
He is?
Yeah. Do you watch Shameless?
No.
Oh!
Is he in Shameless?
Yeah, he's in Shameless. His
Oh.
name is like Cameron... something. I can't remember his last name, but... Yeah, as soon as I turned it on, I was like looking at it and I'm like, he looks so familiar. And then the hubby came in and he was like, oh my gosh, that looks like the guy from Shameless. And I'm like, holy crap, it is. I looked it up and I was like, he's the actor for it.
Okay. This is my thing about the difficulty scaling. I agree that there should be an up in difficulty, but I think it should be more along the lines of only enemy aggression. I think the enemies should be super aggressive, and maybe your damage is increased, but it shouldn't be like the enemies are massive, the aggressive, like that Goomba thing will do that tongue move. He does it like every 3 seconds. So like you avoid it, and then or you can jump sideways to get out of its way, and then he'll do his unblockable charge, and then he goes into the tongue move, and you're screwed. Because by that time you do no damage too. You do increased or decreased damage, which is like at least give me a damage buff to fight the enemies. If they're gonna have better health, better aggression, and they do a ton more damage than me.
So you die a lot.
A lot. I die a lot. Like last night in my recording, I was just sitting there quietly playing the game, just running down, dying, running down, dying, running down, dying. And I was like, finally, you know what? I'm stopping. I'm not entertaining right now. I'm just so frustrated with this game right now. Like, I really like it, but I just can't handle Grandmaster mode.
You have to play in story mode.
Maybe I will. I think I'll stick with Master, because I ran around in Master mode and I could manage the enemies. It was easier to do it. Because I guess you have to, when you get in your lightsaber fights, you're going to really have to rely on your parry types. And when you're, in the beginning when it's teaching you to block the bolts, I died there a lot because...
Really?
Yeah, well, you miss one bolt's a quarter of your health. And they're shooting all those bolts at you. So I'm trying to figure... I thought, like, what I would do is I was blocking and I was just tapping left bumper. But you're supposed to hit left bumper. If you hit left bumper...
hold it in.
Yeah.
He does it on his own.
He does it on his own. And then the bolt's coming at you and you tap left bumper, he'll deflect it. So that, like, once I figured out the timing behind it, I got a lot better. And it's nice that you can deflect the bolts and kill other enemies.
Yeah.
Don't know much about them.
That's really
I
nice.
only knew that Cordova was obsessed with the Zephyr.
Yeah. Alright, so, what do you think about the graphics?
Yeah, anyways, I think the graphics are really good.
I do too, I really like them. The thing that bothers me most about the game is the facial construction. I think the faces are a little goofy. Like this one here with her bug eyes.
Yeah.
And Baby Cal, his name's Cal, right? Baby Cal, his face is just, it's really odd. I don't know, I can't really describe like how I feel about it.
It's kind of like Man of Medan.
Yes.
Their faces were really weird.
Their faces
are
really
really
weird.
hard to really get faces because of, I'm assuming like if you try to create such a realistic character, I mean, how many expressions does a human make?
Oh, I know.
Like, when you smile, your forehead creases or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they have to think about that. So that's probably why it looks a little funny.
Yeah, look, I mean,
It's realistic, but not realistic at the same time.
Yeah, I guess like getting every little nuance to the face would be really hard. And like, because, when you're talking or speaking, you're not exactly, you don't move your face a lot. It's just little things.
Right.
So I feel like these games are much more dramatic. So I guess that could be part of it. But I did like the alien facial construction or rendering. I think the alien looks really cool.
What alien? Like the...
Like Prof and the captain.
I'll check it out.
The alien,
yeah.
the other beings that aren't. It's just the humans that that bother me.
Still back there? The store's not
Okay.
budging.
But yeah, I think the graphics are really good too.
Yeah.
They remind me a lot of Uncharted 4 if anyone's ever played that.
Well, someone told me that the graphics remind them of Battlefield. I told you earlier.
I don't know. Like, I guess I would have to play Battlefield. Oh, this looks fun. And
I like how they're chewing on a stormtrooper.
the chewing on it. What happened to you, fella?
What up, BD?
Okay.
More friendly.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This one's got me. See, that drives me nuts. I feel like I'm close enough to do something,
Can I get some
Yeah, and he doesn't.
and it's like he's. That's my okay. Graphics first. We gotta stay on track here.
Stay on topic.
All right, yeah. We kept getting off track when we were doing our
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds review. So yeah, so I like the world in general, or like I've only seen 2 of them, so you've seen more of it. I think the worlds are very beautiful and like very lively,
Yep.
and they all have their own like distinct feelings.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Hello, Kai. Cat thing.
Like a giant rat.
I know. I guess a BD1 can scan them, so. Okay. No! Ah!
Jeez, I can't even imagine if I was playing this on Grandmaster. I would die every single second. I mean, I was dying on story mode sometimes when, because when you get further in this world, you get, you have to jump in a middle of like 5 or 6 stormtroopers.
Really?
And 3 of them are shooters. 2 of them are just like, they have like staffs that they fight you with. And 1 of them is like a gold stormtrooper.
Oh, it's like a. I haven't seen one of those.
Yeah, that was the first time I've seen one of them, but they're later in this world. And I probably died, I don't even know how many times, because that gold one kept killing me. Because his moves were
Fast.
and more damaging. And plus, you have all 6 of them coming at you at once.
Yeah, that's like there's a couple parts in the beginning of the game when you're coming across and you're fighting 4 of the stormtroopers that have the melee, and I was just like, they kept surrounding and beating me down.
Yeah, that's what's gonna. I feel for you when you get to that point.
Hey, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
can you carry more?
I mean, I don't really know about I guess I would have to play Battlefield, but I mean, it more reminds me of the Uncharted, which I guess you've never really, you have not
I don't
played.
think I've ever played Uncharted.
It's definitely, and if you're watching and you haven't played it, you should definitely try it. I mean, the 1 through 3 are for the PlayStation 3, but they're still really good. They're still worth a play. And 4 is just one of my all-time favorite games of all time. I have an extra stem!
What?
I got another stem! Hell
What's a
yeah!
stem?
His little healing things that he
Oh
shoots
yeah,
out.
yeah.
That was gonna be one of my things that we talked about, the stims. But yeah, so I mean, if you're a graphic snob, kind of like me, like I don't really play anything too old or whatever, this game just, will definitely satisfy you.
Yeah.
But I guess that's coming on all games now have really good graphics.
The Empire.
This is not really
They
like
found Zepho.
graphics are almost not the biggest talking point of these games now.
Right.
Maybe looking
Yeah.
for the tombs.
Let's hope
So,
not.
BD1, what do you think of little BD1?
I think he's cool. I mean, he's definitely helpful. I mean, he doesn't have a huge purpose yet.
No.
At least I don't think. Besides him giving you the health and him scanning things, but other than that... Oh, I'm excited to see how you do with this.
Ah! Is this it?
No. See, I don't think the shooters are that bad because you can just deflect and kill them. Yeah.
No, they're not that. I was like praying for just stormtroopers when I was on the other world, the first one. I was like, just give me some stormtroopers to fight. I can't fight these monsters. Like, even those horned bugs that you fight,
Yeah.
they were killing me. You come across a part, if you take like a different path at one part,
Yeah.
you end up fighting like 6 of them at once. I just kept dying.
Okay.
Dying and dying and dying. And I just was like, okay, you know what, I'm done with this. But I really like BD1. I want one.
Yeah, he is cool.
He's a cute little robot. I think
He is.
BD1.
I think he's really unique too.
I like the fact that he jumps off you when there's something around that you maybe should pay attention to.
Yeah.
Like, that's really nice.
He's like he helps you, because I guess
Good job.
I am not observant, which you point out all the time in our videos.
Yeah, you're not.
And I would miss basically all kinds of stuff. Oh, I thought I was dead. I thought I
you
was
were
dead.
too.
Alright.
Does not look good. He's blocking.
Ah! Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I'm trying to work on my parrying. Ow.
What I've noticed with the stormtroopers is if you you almost have them dead, but if you stumble backwards and stay off them for a couple seconds, their life will go back up.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that is very. It's annoying. I noticed that a couple times because I was dropping back a couple times in the earlier game.
Yeah, because especially when you're trying to for example, when like I said, when you're battling the 5 or 6 at a time, you'll be fighting one, but then another one will knock you, so you stumble backwards and you start attacking that one. Well, while your attention's on that one, the other one that you were just attacking for 2 straight minutes is back to health. So
Yeah.
now you have all of them back to
I
health.
just wanted this land.
Oh yeah, I guess that is something that
That's what I was struggling with.
I guess I did notice that a little bit when I was fighting. Hello. There we go, got the parry down. And when I was fighting in the beginning of the game, but you don't really come across too many in a pack when you're fighting on the train.
Mm-hmm.
It's just basically that one part where there's 4 of them, and
Right.
then they jump down a bunch of times on you.
Yeah.
But combat is definitely I don't think it's good. It's lacking a little bit, I think, at least for me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is the lightsaber. When you saw it, you go to swing at an enemy, and you feel like you're right on top of an enemy, and
You don't hit it at all.
you don't hit it at all.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Where I'm standing right in front of the enemy and I go to hit and my character, I don't know, veers off in another direction and I'm hitting the wind and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, how am I not? I feel like I'm definitely close enough to be hitting you.
It should be acknowledging that I'm hitting the creature.
That's what was really killing me when I was fighting the creatures in the other level, the one before this.
Yeah.
Because they move around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And their movements are very jerky at times, and
it takes him a second to I think it sometimes lags.
Yeah.
You'll be pressing the button to attack and he doesn't attack right away.
Yes.
That gets me a lot too.
Refugees shipped off to work camps.
And
What are you doing, dude? Attack!
yeah, that's what my thing. And the lock-on system is terrible.
I don't do the lock-on.
You don't do lock-on?
No.
How do you survive combat?
I don't know. I just swing around.
I rely on the lock-on.
I'm assuming the lock-on's when you are attacking, you're locked on that
Yeah,
villain, and you're.
You click down on the right stick and it locks onto them. I guess let's talk about this when we're on here, and then we'll go back to combat.
Okay.
So then I could break it up differently. That's not fine. But what do you think about? Have you messed around with the skill tree at all?
Yeah, I've already purchased
Ooh, superior blocking.
some Oh, I was gonna say my only complaint is that I don't know how to perform the for example, these combat tricks.
Yeah.
I don't know how I purchased this one. I think this one,
Yeah.
and I have no idea. I don't think I've used them, but now I see up here it shows you.
It shows you, yeah.
What you need to do.
Oh, I didn't even notice that either. I didn't know Y was the overhead slash. I just thought it was X, so it's X and Y.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, maybe that.
Yeah, I had no idea either until at one point further in this planet, I was trying to figure out how to use my force the way I needed it to, and I brought up the controller and it shows you all the things, and I'm like, oh, that's what that button does. I think I liked the beginning of the game that it kind of it was kind of like Outer Worlds where you're you have like a tutorial pretty much where how it like shows you how to climb, jump, slide. Like you do that all at the beginning to get used to it, and kind of so the game's showing you like the things that you'll need to do. Like that's really nice. But yeah, the combat is difficult.
It doesn't. I feel like the tutorial in the beginning of the game was nice, but it didn't give you a lot of combat. And it didn't give you a lot. Like the fight with the first. This is what really drives me crazy. Is a fight with the first Jedi. When you fight the Jedi that fights Prof. No matter how good you do in that battle, it always ends the same.
Where you're almost dead.
Where you're almost dead and you run towards the ship. Like that's how it is. Like it never. Because I was like, okay, I can try to beat her. Like, what happens if I beat her, but you can't beat her? She just, that's how you, and you only do a certain amount of damage to her. So why is an overhead strike? Oh my gosh, and life is...
Also, I want to mention that I think it's kind of crappy that, who knows, maybe this is kind of like the norm in other games.
Yeah.
But I freaking hate that when you, like, go to rest or, like, save the game or whatever, all the enemy respawn.
Yes.
So, like, you already killed, you know, Joe Smo over there, but as soon as you rest, he's back.
He's back.
That's really annoying to me personally.
Oh god, I'm dead. Oh god, I'm dead. That is... I was surprised... Ouch.
Oh gosh.
I was surprised that was part of this game. Oh my god, see that's another thing I want to... In combat. Your force is like pretty much useless. Like oh my god, they're beating me up. They're tag teaming me here.
Help! Stim!
You can't use the force on them and keep them still?
He busted out of it, like... See that, right there!
Oh, no! Oh!
There we go, got him. I must need to, like, let him grow up.
Grab hold of you.
Grab hold of you.
Ugh, they're ugly.
Yeah, those are really ugly.
How much life do you have? Do you have, like, ultimate life?
What do you mean?
Or, like, healing?
No, you only have 3.
Oh. But once you rest, don't you get all 3 of those back?
I get all 3 of those back. What? You have ultimate?
What?
Can you just call upon the stims till like the sun comes out?
What?
In story mode. Or have you not used the stims?
The healing?
Yeah.
I've used them a couple times.
Do you have limited?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I've never, like, I don't know where to look to see how many I have. Talk about being not very observant.
Yeah, it doesn't. It didn't point that out to me. I just noticed it.
No, it doesn't point some things out to you.
Okay, this art is already up. No, I'm going around in circles here. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see, now you have to fight all these people all over again.
I was surprised. Ouch. That happened in this game. Because it's Dark Souls, which is... I don't know, if you've played Dark Souls, you understand that when you rest at a point like that, like you rest
Another one?
at a bonfire, they call it, or like all the enemies reappear.
Thanks, BD1.
It's basically because it's like a, it's a level-based game, and it's a, level and skill-based game. So it gives you the chance to, say you get to a boss where you can't beat him.
Oh, you can, like, go back and, like, level up.
You can level up. But I hate the Force, and I never use the Force in combat.
I never use the Force either.
Got it.
It just, like, I feel like... Okay,
Ooh,
I almost fell off the edge there. 1, you can only use it 3 times. 2, the slowdown doesn't really...
Nice job.
It's not like... Not that much of a slowdown.
No.
Which drives me nuts. Oh.
Whoa!
Whoa, it just jumped right over me.
I thought maybe you jumped off the cliff.
So I've just been avoiding it. Like, I was trying to use it when I was fighting the Bingooba things in the other world, but he's breaking out of it. Plus, they still move and attack. You still take damage.
Right.
Take her and go.
So it's almost pointless. I guess I'm interested to see, like, how it progresses.
You're doing really well on Grandmaster mode, though.
Yeah, because you don't friggin'...
You haven't died yet.
This laser
Probably just jinxed you,
This
though.
laser guy's gonna kill me. Well, these guys, I just feel like the stormtroopers are so much easier to fight.
Yeah.
I have trouble with the creatures because they're just so erratic.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have a set pattern of skill. It's just like... And I feel like those are the ones where I really struggle with, like, I'm swinging my lightsaber, and they feel like they're there, but they don't get hit.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Ouch. You're getting weak.
Kicked him in the face!
Face kick! But yeah, so... Let's see, combat. I probably could talk for 30 minutes about the combat.
Really?
I like it, and I hate it a lot. But I also, like it a lot. I think it's really cool. Fighting with the lightsaber is fun.
I definitely like it.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh, you so dead.
I'm so dead. Get out of here, boys. Just leave me alone. Go away.
Do you have any more stem?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm dead.
And you have to start all over.
Well, no, I should drop back to that. I think if I go a different direction.
If you rested, you saved it. Yeah, I've learned the hard way. Because, I was in this planet or whatever, and I never, stopped and, meditated to rest or whatever. And that's, a saving point, I guess.
Yeah, that's when you save.
And I got all the way towards where you have to jump into the group of whatever. They killed me the first time I did that. And I had to start all the way over. I was so mad. So now every time I pass one, especially if I just went through a difficult thing, I make sure that I rest so that I start there.
I'm constantly doing it because one, I'm always taking damage, and to refill the stims is another thing because you constantly get those back. But for me, my biggest thing was, getting shot in the back. Who's shooting?
Yeah, there's gonna be multiple. There's 4 of them that are gonna be shooting at you.
I guess you don't have to lock onto these guys. I thought you had to lock onto these guys. Shoot at me. There we go. Okay, so we're about to come up to a thing that I want to talk about because this drives me nuts.
What?
With the combat, and then we can move on to giving our final thoughts on the game. See how, okay, so he's that color because he has my skill points. So if I hit him, I get my skill points back.
Oh, the gold dude.
The other guy. Here, I'll show you. I gotta stop trying to parry.
What do you mean pairing?
See how he's that color?
Yeah.
So that's the same color, at least to me, as the unblockable moves.
Oh.
Was he the same color though?
No.
He wasn't?
No.
Is he yellow?
Yeah, he's gold.
He's gold.
He's gold.
Okay, so that's really the only problem that I'm gonna have. For me, being colorblind, he looks the same as an unblockable move. So it was tough for when I was especially fighting the big Goomba guys. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Is because he kept having my skills. So every time I ran up to him, I couldn't hit him right away. I was screwed because he would do an unblockable move, and I would just thought he was just hanging out. And then all of a sudden, he's shooting his tongue out at me or poofing up and dive bombing me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my last big complaint about combat. So, alright, do you want to go first on your final thoughts?
I freaking love this game. I think it's so fun. I'm addicted to it. I played for 5 hours this morning, and I finally had to stop because my brain hurt. And then I'm probably gonna go home and play some more. I love it. The hubby loves it too. He loves watching me play it.
I am so shocked because when I told Sin that we were going to be playing and reviewing this game, she was like, "Blah."
Yeah, because I'm not a Star Wars fan. I watched the original ones that were made in the 80s or something like that. 70s, 80s.
70s, 80s, yeah.
But I have not seen any of the other ones. I don't know. It's just not my thing, movie-wise. So I really didn't think I was gonna like the game. but I freaking love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I can definitely see myself playing this a lot in the next near future. So I think, are we giving our final ratings now?
Yeah, giving our final ratings.
Okay, my final rating would probably be like, I don't want to go too high, but I would say like an 8 out of 10.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That was much better than
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, which got a 5.
Yeah. I love this game.
I'm actually really surprised that you love this game.
Yeah, I'm too! I thought for sure I was dreading playing this game. I was just that's why I waited so long yesterday to start it, because I'm just like, ugh, I'm gonna hate it. Why am I even playing it? And then, yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
It's very addicting.
It is very addicting.
It challenges you, and I think that's why I like it so much. Like, especially when you get further in this planet, you had the you're like in this like tomb, and there's a lot of like challenges that you have to think about.
Oh, there's puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So I mean, I guess they're kind of puzzles. Like, for instance, there's like these big giant like, I don't know, balls that are in the tomb, and there's also these like wind devices, so you have to get the wind devices just right to like push the ball where you need it to go, because the balls need to go into these like platforms that will like open a door for you, or like do all this stuff that you need. So you have to like circulate the wind correct, or you have to figure out how to get the ball to go where you need it to go. And it's very challenging, and I think I love it about it. I love and hated it because it definitely hurts my brain sometimes.
I'm gonna be terrible at this puzzle. Yeah, well, that's nice to know that there's actually like puzzles to the game.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like a problem.
He's a ram?
Yep, that's a ram.
Oh, yep, that's an unblockable move.
Are you? But you moved it, or you moved from him.
Oh god, he's gonna no. Get away from me.
They're hardcore.
Oh, he killed me. Alright!
I told you.
He's a hardcore enemy.
I told you.
Yeah, alright. My turn.
Yep.
I love the game. I think it's a lot of fun.
I think you're sorry that you started on
Yes.
Grandmaster.
I feel like Grandmaster really ruined the game for me a little bit. It didn't ruin it, it just brought it down a little bit more. It really took the fun out of it. Because when you're playing games for YouTube, it's like, sometimes, I know, because you don't have a lot of time, so you kind of come over, me and Sin record twice a week, usually. So you're over twice a week, but I try to and I play video games a lot. So, but whenever I play video games now, I'm always thinking, like, should I record this? I always feel, should I record this? Should I, when you're recording, you have to be talking and doing stuff. And it's like, sometimes I just want to sit down and play a video game, but...
Right.
I don't really know where I was going with this. But, you kind of have
all
to...
the time, too.
You kind of have to, enjoyment of the game. Like, if you really enjoy the game, it makes it so much better. And I feel like playing on Grandmaster mode, I was struggling so much that it was like, ugh.
It's annoying.
That's annoying. Like, do I want to play? Like, I know I should sit down. Like, Friday, I really wanted to sit down and get an hour recorded. And then Saturday, I wanted to get an hour recorded. And it was just like, ugh. I'm going to struggle so much. It's going to be I did Saturday, I played for an hour. But like I said, for half an hour, I was just dying in the same spot.
Why don't you just, stop playing Grandmaster and just start, Master? Or
That's what I did.
Whatever, Jedi Knight or whatever.
I brought it down to Master.
Oh, you did? Okay.
That's what I'm playing as. Yeah, I'm telling you, if I was playing on Grandmaster now, we probably wouldn't have gotten past those rat things.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I thought you were playing on Grandmaster.
No. It's like, Grandmaster's like, you're at one hit and you're dead, like I said. It's ridiculous. And I just hate it. Part of it is I just hate that I want to play in the most difficult mode, and I just hate how it punishes like that. Like, God of War is the same way. Like, I'm playing on challenge mode for God of War, and the combat's way easier in God of War, because if you have a shield, then it's much more, you're more punishing as a character. But if you get struck by, even the most basic enemy, it's like 4 of your health.
Jeez. Nice.
And that just, I don't know why that just drives me nuts about these, you know, playing on Grandmaster mode or the most difficult mode. But I really love the look of the game and the feel of it. I thought it was a little floaty at first, but I once I got used to the camera controls and everything like that, I thought that was really good. And BD1 is like my spirit animal now. I don't know, I love the little guy.
Yeah, I do like him.
When he's walking around with his little broken foot.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of my cat Elijah.
Aww.
Like, I was like, oh, I wish Elijah could just hang on my back like that.
You should get him a cat backpack.
He would not sit in the cat backpack.
You never know. They sell those backpacks with, like, the window.
The bubbles? Yeah.
I think he might enjoy that if you take... You should try it. Christmas!
Christmas! Christmas is a boom arm for the microphone. Alright, so my score of this game is gonna... I actually am gonna score it right around where yours, about a 7. Just based on goofy-looking humans and the combat. And not... Completely taking out the Grandmaster mode struggles that I've had. It drives me crazy that I'm swinging at an enemy and where I'm like right on him and he's not... He's either not responding to me hitting X, or it's like he whiffs it. And like in those upper modes when you're getting into more difficulties, if you whiff a hit, you're open to punish. So like you whiff, and then the enemy hits you. There's nothing you can do. You have to be either super aggressive with the enemy, or you have to block, run away. And it's just like crazy. I just hate it. But yeah. 7 out of 10. Definitely try this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. It's worth the $60.
It is.
We actually got the deluxe edition.
You got the deluxe.
I don't know if
I'm just gaining on it.
I don't know if you get the deluxe stuff. It might only go to one account. Next time we should. I want to figure that out. I'm curious about that. All right. So if you stuck with us this long.
Let us know what you think of the game.
Yeah.
And what level did you play it on?
Yeah, what level did you play it on? You know, you could leave us a whole paragraph down below and what you think about the game. It's fine, we read it.
Give us your review of the game.
Yeah! Comment section, review the game for us.
We love reading the comments. We don't get many, but I love when someone leaves us a comment.
Yeah, I do too. Even if it's just those, we get a lot of those little fire symbols.
Yeah.
Which I guess that means we're fire. I guess that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
That's all I know.
But yeah, definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel.
Subscribe.
Please and thank you. Road to 500.
Yes.
And 500 is when we can start making moves. Because we might want to get into an organization and you guys can help us out with that. But we need to get to 500 before that can happen.
Yes.
Make sure you're keeping out for other content. We got this game I'll be doing. Me and Sin did Call of Duty. And we have our review-ish of Death Stranding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super boring package game?
Yes.
Oh god. It's almost worth posting that video because one, it's funny watching you play. And two, the game is like almost so bad it's cool. That's what they're saying about it. Like the game is just so terrible that people love it.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. Alright guys. I'm Spiteful Otter.
I'm Sincerely Owned.
And we are Sibling Rivalry 717 and we'll catch you in the next one.